Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel with a very exciting video. I haven't done a palette bingo in forever. It's probably been literally years, and I thought I would do a palette bingo across all of the palettes that I own. So I've chosen 6 palettes randomly generated across my collection. I just did it off camera because it, just to save time, but I will pick the shades on here, and they're very random palettes, like the most random assortment of palettes ever. So I'll just show them. The first one is the Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Subversive, which is just a little 5-pan of shimmers. Then we have the Sydney Grace and Temptalia Radiant Reflection palette, so that's exciting. Then we have Beige Cosmetics Trendy in Tokyo, a little rainbow palette. Then we have the Warrior palette from Juvia's Place. So a mix of colors and neutrals. Then we have the Warrior 3 palette from Juvia's Place. Again, mix of colors and neutrals. And then Dream Street in collaboration with Kathleen Lights from ColourPop. So we'll see. Honestly, I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to pick a shade from each palette and just incorporate it into my look. And if I feel like I want to bring in something else to complete it, to make it look the way I want to, I'm going to. Okay? My channel, my rules. Sucks to suck. Okay. So let's just start with the first palette. Has 5 shades, right? Yes. 5 shades. Shade number 1 we got, which is, this blue right here, which is the shade Lapis Luxury. So first, a sparkly blue, a metallic blue. All right. Next, let's do Dream Street from ColourPop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. 12. We got 6, so 4, 8, 1, 5. We got 6, 4, 5. Ooh, 6. This dark teal. Oh, already it's interesting and better than I could have thought. That makes me very happy. Next up, the Warrior 3, which is 9 shades. 9. So we have 3, which is this red. Matte. Interesting. We're going America colors, which is not really what I want, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Next, let's do the Warrior palette, which also has 9, which is the next one we got is 6, which is this matte mid-toned brown. This is the shade Kano. Okay. Then we have Trendy in Tokyo from Beige, which has 16 shades. We have the shade 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Harajuku. Oh my god, you guys. A matte bright pink. What am I gonna do with this freaking color story? Okay. And then lastly, we have Radiant Reflection from Sydney Grace, which has 1, 2, 3, 12 shades. 12, 11. Jealousy's Descent, which is a metallic emerald green. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so let me think about this for a second, and then I will be back to do this look. What am I gonna do with this? I really don't love this color story, I will not lie to you. I'm gonna try to make this red like a brown and do like try to blend these shades together and just create kind of like a purposefully muddy crease with a lower lash line that's pink, which could be bizarre, but that's the only way I can really think to use these shades together. Oh my god. You know what? It's what it's. It's what it's. And if this sucks, then it sucks. This is also why I stopped kind of doing palette bingos, because sometimes I just hated just the colors that were chosen, but we're gonna try to make it work. So I'm just gonna start with the shade from the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. So this Kano mid-tone brown shade. I'll zoom in a little bit more now that we've picked the palettes and the shades. I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna blend this into my crease. Use this as my first blending shade and just blend the shades into it, okay? So, I feel like honestly a little bit limited in terms of like thinking of different shapes and stuff. I don't know, this color story is like really throwing me off. I would just have never chosen any of these colors together. Oh, actually, maybe I will pull in a different shade. Let me just kind of see how this goes. And now I'm gonna take the red shade, which is Kahina. I didn't even say the shade name, from the Juvia's Place Warrior 3. But I'm going to take that through my crease as well. I'm not going to take it through my outer corner though. Just run it through my crease, but also not blending it as far up as I took the first shade. This process definitely challenges creativity, but it's also a good exercise, I think, to just get out of my personal comfort zone. Even though this color story really is gross. I do not like it. But we'll make it work. We'll try to make it work. Okie doke. Now I'm going to take the shade Water Bearer from the Dream Street palette. Oh, yeah, which was this deep shade. And I'm going to take this just in my outer corner. So I'm not going to blend it into my crease, and I'm going to try to not blend it too much into the red and just see where that lands us, because trying to blend this blue into this red, it's just not gonna, especially because it's like kind of orangey. And well, no, you can easily blend blue into red. That's not a problem. It's the fact that this red is like orangey now, especially that I blended it into the brown. And this blue is not really a blue. It's like a greeny blue. So it's just never gonna work. But I'll just blend it into my outer corner. Use this for depth. And I'm actually going to, this is when I'm going to bring in a different shade. I'm going to take the shade Unstoppable Love from the Radiant Reflection palette. Don't kill me. And don't hate me, but it's just the way it's going to go to make this look a look I like. And then I'm going to take this in the first part of my crease, like the front, just because it's going to blend better into this other shade. And also, I don't like this like combo of colors right now. It just is feeling very like American flag-esque to me. No shade to Americans, but I just don't want that as a color scheme on my eyes necessarily. Okay, I'm not hating it as much as I thought that I might. I might just take the shade Kahina, just the red from the Juvia's Place palette, run this through the front. We'll see how it goes. Blend it a little bit over here. Okay. It's working, it's working. So now I'm gonna take the blue and the green. I'm gonna put the blue here and the green in the front part. I'm going to take some trusty NYX glitter primer. Oh, I really need to order a new one because this is about to be finished. Okay, just put this all on my lid. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Lapis Luxury from the Pat McGrath palette and put this in the center of my eyes. This is also fun because I feel like, I don't know, it makes you use palettes and shades that I haven't used in a while. Even though this color story is kind of garbage. I brought that blue up a little bit high, but oh well, I'll fix it or try to fix it later. And then I'm going to take the shade Jealousy's Descent, which I just, as an aside, I just love that shade name. I think it's so, I don't know, it really makes me feel some type of way. Anyway, I'm just gonna put that right in the front. Maybe this is like, you know, palettes from like 2015. Am I filming? Yes. That were like warm toned with a pop of blue or green. This is like that, but elevated maybe. Elevated, I say about my own look, but you know what I mean, hopefully. Alright, I can see the vision. Again, I would love it if I didn't have to do a pink lower lash line, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna do that on my other lid. So, I'm gonna take Unstoppable Love, and I'm just gonna blend this over the front edge, blend these little shadows out. Actually, this reminds me a lot of the color story of the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Meadow palette. I remember in my first impressions so long ago, like 2 years ago probably, when I used that palette, I feel like I did a look similar to this with the blue and the orangey red. And it was fine. It's just not my favorite. But you know what? It's coming together, okay? It's coming together. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that darker teal deep in my outer corner and then blend it into the blue. Bring it up a little bit on my outer corner. What a look, honestly. Maybe I'll take a little bit more of the Kahina shade, which is the red. Just blend this a little bit over my crease one more time. And then I'm gonna take some of that brown and just blend over the edge. Just to help everything blend a little bit better. And then I'm gonna take the blue and the green on my fingers and just intensify these on my lid. You know what, I'm actually going to hop off camera. I'm going to do my blush and highlight and stuff just because I've been preferring to do that a little bit more like before I do my lower lash line so I can blend it all together. And then I'll be back to do my pink lower lash line. Okay, so now for my lower lash line. If you're curious, I just used the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Gleam. I just wanted something super, super neutral. And then I used my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Desert Orchid. See, like this with like a just neutral lower lash line could be a look, but now I have to friggin' do pink. Okay, positive thinking. Maybe it'll be amazing. So I'm going to take the hot pink called Ueno Park called Harajuku, rather, from the Trendy in Tokyo palette. And I'm just going to pray and just put this underneath my eyes and just see what happens. Okay, so the pink is on. I'm going to take the same Unstoppable Love shade that I took in my crease from the Sydney Grace palette because it's purpley. I think it could work to deepen this shade. So I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line just to deepen things up. Maybe grungify it a little as well, kind of tie it into my top, like, eyeshadow. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade Cherry Blossom from the Trendy in Tokyo palette, just to blend this out. So still, I feel like it's not super well jointed, my top eyeshadow and bottom eyeshadow, but whatever. Okay, it is what it is. It's a freaking palette bingo, so I'm doing this. There is not a single inner corner shade for me and what I want across all 6 of these palettes. I will take the shade Moony from the Dream Street palette just to highlight my brow bone. It's just a little bit too dark for me to use as an inner corner shade. I know that from past experience. So let's see what I can find. I'm gonna take the shade Red Light Green Light from Pretty's For Your Face. This has kind of become my new go-to, like, just really bright, neutral inner corner shade. I think it's supposed to have red and green in it, but honestly, I don't really see that. To me, it's kind of just like a white. So I'm just gonna spray that popper in my inner corner. And then as well, there's not a single black across any of these palettes, which is just a tragedy. So I'm just gonna take the Pat McGrath Single in Dark Matter and use that just to deepen out my inner corners. This will also, in my opinion, help to tie like this edge together here and make it look a little bit more intentional. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do some, put my liner on, put my lashes on, lips, and then come back and show you what it looks like all finished. Okay, and this is the finished look. A little bit later, I'm on my break and I have to go back in 5 minutes. So hopefully I can film this outro and take pictures and just nail it all out. Okay. Not my favorite look that I've ever done for sure, but I think that I would actually like it more if I had done like a neutral under eye, just matching my crease. Then I actually think that I probably would have liked this. I don't hate it, especially with all the rest of my makeup on and stuff. On my lips, by the way, I have the NYX lip liner in Nude Truffle and the Beauty Bay plumping gloss in the shade Fizz, which I got as a free gift with a purchase that I just received like literally 10 minutes ago. So I thought I would just plop it on because it is a neutral gloss and I like it after having it on for like 10 seconds. More pigmented. It's probably the most pigmented gloss that I have in my entire collection, but I'm always happy to introduce new plumping glosses into my life. I honestly had a great time filming this, even though I didn't love, like, I don't hate the look, not my favorite color story that I could ever have randomly generated, but it was still really fun and just fun to grab for just random palettes and try to come up with something. Let me know if you want more of these types of videos. I could do them within brands. I could do them, you know, there's options are endless, and I could honestly just continue to do them over all of my palettes as well because I have a lot, so there's a lot of combinations that we could come up with. So yeah, let me know what you thought of it, or if you thought this was boring, let me know that as well. I upload 3 videos a week typically. If you want to stick around, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I would love to see you in my next one. Bye.